Let's execute an immediate high-gear tactical vector shift right back into the relentless, calculation-heavy grid of vigilante justice, black market retribution, and pulse-pounding urban warfare. We are crossing the threshold into the dark, crime-ridden underbelly of the city with Dead Before Dawn, the blistering, milestone first entry that serves as the explosive tactical blueprint for the Amos Carver thriller series by the master of high-octane pacing, John Corwin. This standalone deployment delivers an addictive, adrenaline-fueled look at a desperate operational crossroads, where personal tragedy, systemic institutional failure, and lethal close-quarters combat collide at terminal velocity. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of high-frequency, heart-pounding vigilante thrillers where an elite, hyper-focused protagonist must navigate an absolute maze of criminal syndicates, corrupt municipal structures, and lethal shadow executioners while running an aggressive cleaning loop through the underworld, this book is engineered to lock you in. Corwin completely dominates the vigilante justice noir dynamic, capturing the heart-racing procedural momentum, brutal hand-to-hand mechanics, and severe resource scarcity popularized by genre icons like Lee Child, Mark Dawson, Greg Hurwitz, and Vince Flynn, while treating firearm tradecraft, close-quarters combat, and unyielding psychological stamina with absolute technical mastery. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our central protagonist, Amos Carver. He is the ultimate blueprint of combat resilience, a lethal weapon operating under a strict, calculation-heavy internal defense protocol to protect the vulnerable before they are crushed by the immense weight of organized crime. His daily workspace is a shifting, dangerous matrix of urban back alleys, fortified crime lord safe houses, and rain-slicked concrete streets. His emotional defense mechanisms are locked down tight behind a wall of trauma, his entire life re-engineered to serve as an unyielding, predatory shield against the monsters who operate outside the boundaries of the law. The spark ignites when his active scanning perimeter registers a devastating, deeply personal system failure. After an institutional blind spot allows a brutal, high-profile crime to go unpunished, a lethal countdown clock is initiated. The diagnostic metrics flatline instantly. The traditional legal grid is entirely compromised, leaving the corrupt actors free to expand their toxic operational tentacles. Amos Carver's internal monitoring system engages its terminal track. He chooses to bypass the broken justice system entirely, launching an aggressive, one-man counteroffensive designed to execute a total delete of the syndicate before the arrival of dawn. The tactical parameters instantly explode into an active hot zone as Amos launches a completely rogue, deep-cover assault sweep into the heart of the criminal empire. Our veteran operator transforms into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic weapon, deploying his massive combat profiling tradecraft, ballistic precision, and deep understanding of urban camouflage to map out the syndicate's hierarchy. When professional cleanup crews, weaponized street soldiers, and calculation-heavy contract killers launch aggressive countermeasures to permanently breach his defensive buffer, Amos's survival instincts engage their final deployment tracks. Every midnight weapons cache audit, every silent execution of a close-quarters takedown in a dark corridor, and every high-speed tactical evasion maneuver chips away at his reliance on standard human limitations. What follows is an exceptional high-stakes war of perspective, tactical positioning, and raw human grit. We watch Amos's mental perimeters completely unwrapped as he realizes the threat isn't just trying to survive his assault. They are executing a total audit of his positioning coordinates to set a lethal domestic trap. While he smooths over his operational blind spots with devastating analytical force, a brutal series of industrial confrontations shifts the tracking clock into its final terminal phase, proving that the executioners have detected his counter-tracking. To survive the impending locked grid trap and outmaneuver the forces running the syndicate, our resilient hero must unyield an absolute defense of his moral code. It is a vigilante thriller, action suspense, crime noir, high-velocity revenge drama masterpiece that treats deep combat logistics and intense physical friction with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, one suppressed shot determines the entire timeline energy, where a sudden shadow moving across a dark alleyway, an unexpected infrared laser dot dancing on a concrete wall, or a heavy, possessive realization that your exit route has been completely compromised by a rival hit squad carries massive structural weight. Corwin writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the sterile, cold hum of modern surveillance centers, the oppressive atmosphere of an abandoned warehouse district at midnight, and the distinct, subtle scent of burnt cordite, rain-slicked asphalt, leather, and pure, unadulterated suspense. What truly elevates this milestone series opener into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to balance realistic tactical realism and cutting-edge combat sequences without ever slowing down the breathless narrative pacing. Our protagonist doesn't rely on unbelievable Hollywood superhero tropes. His immense intelligence, strategic patience, and relentless drive match the complexity of the chaotic criminal underworld he dominates step for step, making his choices feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense tactical briefings and breathtaking urban breakthroughs before ratcheting up to an absolute jaw-dropping final confrontation that delivers total, hard-earned closure before the morning sun hits the horizon. Dead Before Dawn is the definitive pro-level upgrade your high-stakes action and contemporary vigilante fiction library demands right now.
It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputdownable. It proves that when your entire universe is targeted by a cold, calculating criminal network, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to check your parameters, chamber around, and fight like hell to close the book. So, secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to join the hunt.